Yo, what is up, everybody? It's me 45. We are back again with another episode of Let's Get Sticky with our guest tonight, Rob underscore gaming, the Giants fan. He's hoping they win tonight. I'm hoping they lose so that the Redskins stay at the top by themselves in our division. But let's get into Rob here. Rob is a Madden guy. He streams. Uh, streams Madden a lot. He's a Madden guy. I think he does a little bit of COD, and then he's also a dad and holds a full-time job. So, Rob, getting into everything, how did your career start as a streamer?
Um, so it kind of started. So I got into MUT probably like Madden 25. I was watching like a lot of YouTube, and I was watching a lot of IMAV, and it kind of. So that's how like I got into Twitch. I found IMAV on Twitch, probably about Madden 15, I think it was, and that's when I got engaged into that, and I was watching them a lot. And then I found guys like Tilk, and I was like, man, this is really cool. And I had an Xbox 360 at the time, so I was trying to figure out how I could stream through a 360, but back then you couldn't. You could only stream through an Xbox One. So finally, uh, it was in Madden 16. I was able to get, or at the end of 15, I was able to get an Xbox One and moved over there and started, streaming on Twitch. And that's kind of like how it all started. Would just kind of sit in there, in 16, with like one viewer. I'd be doing like late night giveaways, like every hour I was giving away a card or something like that or whatever. And I just kept doing it. And eventually it led to a couple of hosts from like Toke Nasty who came in because I would tag him every day, like on Twitter. Every time I went live, I would tag him. And, uh, and then it just kind of blossomed from there. And here I am today.
How long you been doing it?
Officially started in 2000, Madden 2016, when that was out. So I don't know if that was like 2015 or actually 2016 is when I started. Um, and I took a little bit of a break a couple of years ago. I think it was like probably right at the beginning of like Madden 19. I didn't play any video games or I didn't stream for probably, and even go on Twitch about a year, went through some personal stuff, and I felt like it was needed for me to take some time off and step away from everything like that that was a distraction in my life to kind of refocus on things. So I took a time off for a year, came back, um, and was playing some Fortnite on like a PC. Finally got an Xbox. Was playing a little bit, Fortnite mostly, and then I went to Mixer for a couple months, enjoyed it. It was fun. Kind of felt like I was like hitting the reset button, uh, and starting fresh. And then I decided that I wanted to move back over to Twitch because I felt like I had more friends on that were streaming on Twitch. It was more of an opportunity maybe for me to collab with a lot of people and engage with a lot more people. So I decided to make the move, and probably about like 3 weeks or like a month later, that's when Mixer closed down. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I made a good move, and I've been doing it again ever since.
Yeah. So now getting into that, I mean, you are a pretty big guy in the Madden and everything like that. And COD, is there any other games you like to get into besides that? I mean, you mentioned Fortnite.
I've played Fortnite before. I love racing games, believe it or not. Need for Speed. This is going back to like 1998. Me and my dad and my brother on the original Sony PlayStation. We would play Need for Speed. Back when it was like so pixelated, it was a lot of fun. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. We had all the Need for Speed Undergrounds. Then we got into like midnight clubs. So really into to racing games, fighting games like Tekken and stuff. I like that as well. Um, and I like mission games. I like open world like mission games, kind of like Ghost Recon Wildlands. I thought was like a good game. I was into that. I have the newer one that just recently came out. The name of it escapes me, but I haven't tried it yet just because I was so distracted by like Fortnite at the time, which was big, and then I got into when I downloaded that, I also downloaded COD, and I was playing Apex as well, which was another game I'm into, and I was playing that religiously. So I've got a few games that I like. But from a content standpoint, I kind of feel like for streaming, and it sucks that it's like that, but it kind of sucks to start with a game that maybe isn't relatively known. You want to start with something that's somewhat known so that you can maybe try to at least grow a little bit and get some exposure from it. So decided to kind of stick with Madden, occasional COD here and there, just because I feel like Fortnite's gone the drain pipe over the last like year or so. But those are the other games I'm into.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite definitely has changed from season 1 to 3. Season 1 and 3 were probably my favorite, and I played a lot of that too. I was addicted to it. Like I played at one point, I was playing that more than I was playing Madden
Dude,
because
it was crazy.
well, that's when the game was good. I mean, I think they're
Oh yeah,
trying to come back now with they're bringing the Marvel stuff into it, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't played in a while, so one of
same.
those things. It's like I don't know if I want to put myself back in there and mess with it because I know how addicting I got to it. Bro, I was doing that game for 17 hours straight a day. Like when it was
That's
good. When
crazy.
it was
Dude, I
good,
was the
bro, I
same
could
way.
not get off the game. Like wife would be
Dude, I
yelling.
never. It was. Yeah, bro. I hear you. Just hop right back into the game. Like you die. All right, next game.
Yeah.
Like it's.
That's probably the
It was
best thing they
addicting,
did in
man.
the game is that you can do that now. You don't have to go back out to the front and wait for everybody to ready up. You just ready up right there and
Hop
just go
right
right
in.
back in. I mean, if they would have had that like
That
in
was very,
season
very
one and
smart.
three, that would have been bad. That would have been bad for me because I wouldn't. I don't know if I would have went to sleep. Like 24-hour streams
For
every
sure.
day.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, you saw COD doing it. Like originally when Warzone came out, they didn't have that to play again,
Yeah.
or like you could just hop into another game. Now they did an update. They added that in. So dude, it was an addicting game for sure. And I had a lot of fun. You said it, season 2, 3, all those seasons were so much fun, dude. Like you had a lot the weapons. It wasn't like OP. Now it's like everybody wants to be like everybody else, and
I still don't
it's
build.
becoming a little bit of a toxic game.
I still don't
You still
build.
don't?
No, I won't build. Like, cause people tell me all the time, they're like, "You have to build. You have to build to be good." I'm like, bro, but I get
Yeah,
12.
you do.
I get 12 good. I get 12 kill games with wins. Like, why do I gotta build? Like, and that's without building. I'm like, I don't have to build.
Yeah,
Like, you just gotta be strategic and work your way around the map without being seen. I mean, if I have to
yeah,
build, I'll put something up to block, but that's about it. Like other than that, we're just banging out. Like 'cause I'm from COD, you know what I mean? I come from the
sure.
COD background, so you come from COD,
Got
like
to go hard, man.
Modern
Balls to
Warfare,
the wall.
Modern Warfare 2, like all those games like that. It's just straight shooting. Like it was who had the quicker stick and who was better with aiming, and that's just
Yeah,
come from that, and then go into Fortnite, and now like I think they've kind of took the bloom out of it a little bit. It's not as bad as it used to be, and now like you shoot a shot and it's like a direct shot like every time. But
you talking about like Fortnite is what
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about?
yeah, like Fortnite, like how they had the bloom in the game at one point in time.
Well, it's not the bloom is gone a
Yeah,
little bit.
I just
What
noticed
I've
that.
what I found is what I found is so the crosshair that you got to wait for it to completely shrink. There would be times where I'd be shooting and the crosshair would light up red because I've got an enemy in sight, and I would shoot and it would act as if I was getting a hit marker, but there would be no damage coming off. Sometimes you physically have to wait for the crosshair to shrink to the tiniest part and then start shooting, and then it'll start to do damage. I
Yeah,
was like, why'd you do that? And then they added, so it's just like, oh my god,
yeah. I mean, and
can't play it anymore.
so is there? Do you have a favorite game? Like, is there one that you prefer more than anything besides like I know Madden's like one of your top games, but I mean, if it wasn't about content, what would be your game?
Um, Man, that's tough. I would probably, if I was gonna lean to a game that really like that I enjoy and stuff like that, it would probably be it'd probably be like a racing game, honestly, like Need for Speed and stuff. I really like those games. Just the aspects. Some of the ones that came out, that really weren't like that entertaining. Need for Speed The Run was good. I liked, like the cross country racing thing. That was like where they first kind of put like somewhat like live action, like things taking place where you had to push a button for something like that. Um, I loved, like Gran Turismo, like those games, like
Mm.
the second one that came out where you had all these different missions and different categories of like hundreds of races that you had to do, time trials you had to beat to unlock other cars. Like I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I've always loved Madden. I really have. Madden was always my favorite game. And I still got a lot of love for it. Racing just kind of the racing games really just kind of draw me in. It's just what they've done with Madden over the years is just kind of taken that original love and desire that I had for it kind of away, and I miss it. And hopefully it comes back. I feel pretty good about this year, um, my first love I think would have to go to like racing games,
Nice.
sure.
Yeah, see, I'm Madden and COD are my top two games always. Um, but they've both in the last couple years have been, so to speak, par. Like they haven't been what they should be and where they could be. Um, like this year, we're dealing with all the bugs and everything like that, and I kind of expected that though. I mean, kind of in the game itself because of COVID, and then having them not being in their studio where they can just jump on and fix stuff like instantly. Um,
Yeah,
but I honestly think like they rushed the game out, and like it's kind of taking the fun out of it. Like I mean, I love the game. I can't wait to start the CFM up. Maybe that'll be more fun because it's a bunch of us content creators playing together, and um, maybe that brings the fun back. I mean, I don't know. Like honestly, I'm just like these, like the podcast and the new show we just brought out, Fantasy Breakdown, and then we have another show coming out Wednesday called Fantasy Breakdown Recap. Like so, like those shows are piquing my interest more than playing the games right now, just because of where they're at and the games are at right now. Like, it doesn't seem like I think these companies, they're billion-dollar companies, and they feel like they have people in like a hold. Like they know people are gonna buy them regardless, and so they just kind of just put out whatever now, and it sucks.
it does. Madden's definitely not the way that it used to be. I remember, when I first really started exploring more Twitch chats and stuff. Like I said, I started watching IMAV, Toke, GS. Those were the guys that I really kind of started watching, and then I kind of branched out and started watching other guys. Captain Execution, Raw, uh, Cougar Rob, uh, Unio 5, on all those guys, and kind of found a different a different realm of Madden. Once Ultimate Team and I understood what Ultimate Team was, um, I found like a different realm of it, and the games were fun. It was fun. It was entertaining. But the biggest thing is that they've made so many changes over the course of the last probably since Madden 19, even with Madden 18. Taking away the trade block, just completely blocking that off. you know I'll never understand that, and they can say that that it was to prevent any type of like people scamming people and all that. It's such bullshit, because people are still getting scammed. People are still getting scammed, all that other stuff, whatever. The problem is that people were spending more money, subbing to channels and becoming like VIPs and participating in giveaway streamers, rather than, I think, spending money on packs, because you had a better opportunity of winning a card, the card you want, or a high price card that you could sell to go and buy the card that you want. And they viewed it as like maybe people were buying coins or whatever, but I think that they just they couldn't accept the fact that a lot of people were getting a lot of attention. That's how a lot of people got partnered, on Twitch, was because they're doing giveaway streams. My stream included. Like when I was doing giveaways and I was part of that whole scene. On Saturdays I'd get anywhere from 200 or 300 people in a stream because I was getting hosted by GS or whatever, and they took it away. But you build up that kind of environment, and it just it kills it out. And you're not doing giveaways anymore, so people don't want to come around. But they've changed the game so much and just made it so it's so much of a money grab. Like you said, they're a $1 billion company, and all they by their actions, all they've shown is that they care more about the dollar sign than the people that are actually playing their game. They're never going to care because there's millions of people playing this game, millions. What I don't understand is people want to complain, but yet they open up their freaking wallets and they spend all this damn money. They rip packs and they do this and they do that. I don't understand why people don't send a message and just stop. Just stop spending money. If you want things to change, stop spending money, stop playing the game, stop doing. Look at what people did with Fortnite. Guys like Ninja and Cypher and all them, they all complained. They changed. Epic changed the stuff that was wrong in those games. Who's to say if we got big guys on our side to do the same thing? But they're not going to. Guys like Problem, those big guys, they don't. They're not. They would never participate in. And I understand why. But they would never back anything like that. And it's a shame, to see a game that I love, like Madden, just continue to just go in the opposite direction, where I feel like I have to spend more money out of my wallet than just putting in time playing a game.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rough. I mean, when you get into all that and think about it, is like they have all the resources. You know what I mean? Like they have all the resources to make the game good. And like I said, I just think they don't have they have that. I don't. The top guy is like, oh, we don't have nothing to worry about. We don't have another game pushing us. We don't have anything behind us, so we put out what we want, and that's what it is. And it sucks for us guys because we struggle out here trying to make content out of it, and with the game being the way it is rough right now. And plus, there's no transparency right now with when what content's coming, when anything's coming. Like, got the kickoff promo that's done its thing, but there's supposed to be another half of the promo, and we don't even know when it's supposed to come. They're just not
And
so many things that sit and waiting right now. You know what I mean? Like there's other promos that should be getting ready to come forward, and we don't know when they're coming.
oh, like, I mean, there's tons of stuff, like, and then here's the thing too, is like the game, and I get it. There's people writing about the content, and that there's no content in the game, and I get it and everything like that. But a lot of people got to understand, like, we didn't have preseason, and we normally would get 2 or 3 weeks of like some type of preseason team of the week content. Like pre-team of the week stuff. I remember one year we had like Michael Sam. We another week we had something else, like, and these are like older Maddens, obviously, but like we didn't have that. I remember on the 28th when the game fully went live to everybody, people are spamming in the chats. Where's the content? Where's the content? We just got, the Superstar MVPs. We just gotten legend drops. Everybody wants the content. They're looking for it now. And what I tell all of them, and I get it and I understand it, they want content for their creative, for their YouTubes and stuff like that or whatever. And I understand that. But you got to make the content. If they're not dropping it, you got to be the content. You got to be creative, and you got to find a way to do something other than just ripping packs and uploading a pack opening video. Like last year, I didn't play a lot last year, but I watched. I watched Raw. I watched Problem. I watched W. I watched all of these guys play the game, and I enjoyed it. Last year, it's like I enjoyed watching people play it more than I enjoyed playing it myself. And I saw all of these cards that they were dropping, and they would drop a card one day, but then like 2 days later they drop a card that would just drown that card out. I remember when they used to come out with flashbacks, and those flashbacks would be good for like a month or two, or they'd be going for a high price. And it's not like that. What definitely wasn't like that last year. So, but I get it. I get both sides. You want to create content. You need the content. I get that. Um, and I like the fact that they're not pushing out content and just piling it on top of us. I
Yeah.
like that. I like the suspense. It makes me wonder. It keeps me engaged. But at the same time, I understand like people wanting it, but you gotta create it. You just can't be waiting for new packs to come out or a new program. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean,
People get upset.
there's a lot of people that survive off packs. You know what I mean? Like me, I have what I've been doing is doing like highlights. I took clips that were captured from Weekend League. I put those together, rendered a video, put it up on YouTube. Now, if it does anything, I have no clue. It probably won't get too crazy, but that's the content. Like my objective is, hey, look, I'm not ripping packs. Like so, that's why I'm kind of pumped for um the CFM to get going. That way, I can do like a game of the week and type of deal where we get that game of the week and we can post it and or get everybody to do a clip. Like each person submits a clip per week. You know what I mean? And then that from that game. So like week one comes in, everybody gives me a clip from week one, and then I'll put all those together and like get Sticky League CFM week one highlights put together. I mean, there's different angles like you said of creating content, and that's what I'm doing now. Like I'm not worried about packs. I'm really not. Like I got in this mode last year because we lost content 2 months early.
Yep.
So I was like, I got to figure out what to do. And that's what I did. I started a CFM, got it going. Now we have like Xbox, we have the uh, PS4 side of things. So we got two things rocking. So like that's going to be content. Like I said, I'm doing like stuff from like weekly highlights. So um that's just the things I'm digging in with it. Like I said, it sucks, but it is. I mean, this is what we choose to do, so we gotta figure it out.
Yeah. Gotta be
Um,
able to adapt.
so what are you looking forward out of this year? I mean, okay, so you got PS5 dropping, you got the Xbox. Is there any? Or is there any? Are you looking forward to either? What system are you looking forward to?
I think they're both. They're both good systems. My first system was a PlayStation. So how I ended up on Xbox, I think it was because my brother had Halo, and I wanted to play with my brother. So my dad bought me an Xbox. This was like the Halo 2 days. But I've always been like a PlayStation guy at heart. I think they're both good. I mean, for me, I've been really thinking about making a switch to PlayStation because a lot of people that I play with are on PlayStation. So I'd have to say that PS5 looks pretty awesome. I feel like too. I feel like you have more things you can do on PlayStation than you can on an Xbox. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel like it's better put together. I feel like Microsoft there's more issues on the Microsoft side or on the Xbox side when it comes to like just take like this for instance, like the thing where you're loading up Madden and it says, "Oh, you're a trial or upgrade to the full version." Like you don't have that kind of stuff on PlayStation. Rarely do you see those kind of bugs or issues.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's less issues over there. So I'm looking forward to the PS5.
Is there any games that you were looking forward to? I mean, like I know there's exclusives on both sides. I didn't know if there was anything out there you're looking forward to right now.
The Marvel Avengers game that looks. I've been watching some gameplay on that. I'm a big Marvel guy. Love Marvel.
Gotcha, I got you here.
You know,
Oh, that shirt
and
is dirty.
you got. Oh, look at that, baby. Yeah, that's tight right there, baby. I always told my wife, I was like, if I could be something other than a loving husband and a great father, it's Tony Stark. I'd be Iron Man.
Oh my.
Iron Man is by far my favorite superhero out of everyone. Venom's probably my favorite villain, or he's like a villain
I'm a
slash
Hawk
good
guy,
guy.
man. I'm a Hawk guy.
You're a Hawkeye
I,
guy?
I am a Hawk guy, bro. I like to pick
I
things
thought
up
for
and put them
sure it
down.
was Thor.
No,
100%. I would have said you would
it's
have said
not
Thor.
Thor, bro. No, it's
You
Hawk,
got the
man.
beard like him, though. You got the beard like
It's
him.
Hawk, man. I love Hawk. Like me and my son. That's one thing me and my son like hold together is like he is a huge Hawk fan himself. He has a little outfit. He has a Hawk outfit that he dresses up in. He's got. I think he's just got. What does he have? He has a Captain American one. He has. I don't think he has Iron Man. I think it's Spider Man. But he's into it, man. He's all about it. So I think this year, if they have Halloween, I have a Hawk shirt. I just have to find like purple shorts, but I have a Hawk shirt that makes me look all ripped up and green. And then I just gotta paint my face. So I think we're gonna pull that off. We're gonna pull that off during Halloween for him this year. Have some fun with it because my other my oldest isn't. She's in that stage where she ain't fun. She's not being fun anymore. She's past her Halloween days.
Past your time. Past your time. I know. I eventually I'm trying to enjoy. We actually thought about doing the Incredibles,
Yeah,
getting like family costumes and doing that.
I mean that's a
My
hard
kids are
pull off.
young,
Your wife better have some cheeks on her, man, because that girl, that damn lady in that fucking thing.
and my
I
wife
remember
is a
the.
beautiful young woman.
I remember when
Beautiful woman. She
when
got
they
it.
bitched about that. They were bitching about it because they said they made her butt too big. There was critics yelling about it. I forget where it was, but they said they made the cartoon's butt too big. I was like why y'all even looking at her butt like that? That's a cartoon.
When you think about it, though, like I don't know if you've watched, but a lot of these Disney movies,
Yeah, they're
there's a
getting
lot of sexual stuff that's in a lot of these movies. A lot of it.
yeah, it's
And
getting
I didn't
wild.
really, and I didn't really think about it until I had kids, and then I'm
Yeah,
starting to watch, and I'm like, oh my god, like what is that? And it's just it's crazy, to think of it, now, so it's like,
right.
but big butts and kissing and all of this stuff like for kids, it's like I thought this was Disney, you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah,
each his own, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, like, and that's the thing is like, it's weird when you have kids, man. You're like, think they're gonna stay little forever, and then just out of nowhere, it's like poof.
If they're 15,
Yeah, I'm poofing. It's 10 right now. 10 is my oldest, and
mine's mine.
she thinks that she is 20 years old. But nah, it's one of those things. Is I'm really looking forward to the PS5. PS5 is my baby. I'm a PlayStation guy. That's my thing. But it does make it enticing that they came out with one that's only $299 for the the digital copy. So my eyes are thinking, hey, look, I'm waiting to see what the price is because there's a stream coming out on the 16th for the PlayStation 5. It's supposed to be like 40 minutes long. That's supposed to reveal the price and when they're releasing it. So what I'm hoping is the digital copy is $299. So then I can just get both of them in one shot.
I would be interested. I would be very
I mean,
interested.
you know what I mean? I mean, look at it. You're gonna pay $4.99, whatever, $4.99 for one, and then get both of them without the having the disk drive in them, and pay $500. What no, for $600? I think
Oh,
it is something like that. They're 300. Yeah, it's 300 a piece. So you would pay you get a digital one at $4.99. You're paying that's $500. That's $1,000. Two systems if you want that for a disk drive.
My son's got an Xbox One S, the digital one without the CD-ROM drive or anything in there, and he likes it. It works just fine. You know, obviously the same thing. And I was like, I looked when I first opened it, I was like, because I didn't ever seen one before.
Yeah,
Like, I was like, babe, where's the where's the CD-ROM drive? Where do you put the disc in? And we looked, and she's like, oh my god, I got the digital only version. I was like, oh
yeah.
crap, I never saw one of these before. So it was kind of, it was kind of like it was kind of cool to see. I think that's. I mean, I think that's going to be the new thing. I don't really think a lot of people like use disc. I think pretty much almost everybody now, for the most part, it gets
See,
all like
see,
digital
that's
copies
one thing
printed.
I miss. Like I'm a gamer, so my thing was always like it was fun to go to GameStop, get in the
Buy the
line,
game.
get in the line. Like sometimes they have like a Madden tournament or something like that, and
Yep. Yep.
whoever scored the fastest got to the front of the line, got their copy first, stuff like that. Like I won that one. You know what I mean? Like I played enough Madden that I can go in and I know a play. I know the playbook enough that I can go in. And usually the playbooks don't change too drastically, where I can go in and grab that play and I know it's going to score. And that's how I did it. I went in with the Redskins playbook, went to my go-to play. It was like a 2 second. It was like a 2 second score. Launched the thing. It's like 2 seconds, touchdown, and I jumped to the front of the line.
You mean Washington football?
No, they were the Redskins during that.
Come on now,
They
Washington
weren't.
football.
They weren't Washington football at that time. That was like, oh, what Madden was that? That might have been like Madden 17 that they had. That I went. They had like that. They had the thing like. So I mean, like you said, I think like everybody is going towards that digital thing, but it just I don't know, man. There was just something about everybody getting together at GameStop or wherever you were getting your game from. Mainly GameStop had it because you can get it at like 9 o'clock. You can get a copy of the game, go home, load it up, be loaded up before anybody else.
Mhm.
And it was as a gamer, it's just fun being around other gamers like that, especially a lot of guys that like love the same game that you love. And
It's a good conversation.
it's just different now, man. It's just weird.
It is.
It's so weird to me. Like
Nothing feels the same. Doesn't feel the same at all.
it's like the game like me it's just like everybody's playing nobody's playing the game for fun no more. It's all like what can I get off the game? What can I make out of this? How
Gonna
much
earn.
money what money can I get? And I mean,
Yep.
I get it. Everybody's home, nothing to do. I'm like, look, y'all can be home, nothing to do. I'm going outside. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to do something because I'm losing my mind just sitting here. Like I love doing this. I love doing the content and all that stuff. That's my thing.
Mhm.
But when we get into the games, like I just want to have fun. I just want to have fun with the game. If the game brings me money, amazing. That it's even a possibility. But
I think with COVID, that was a lot of people's goals, or like, or not goals, but you saw a lot of people want to start like become like a streamer, a content creator, because I mean, you're home, rightfully so. You're home, you're watching these people. A lot of people's numbers, shockingly, went up. People were getting a lot of subs, a lot of donos, because they're there, they're the entertainment. It's not like they can go and watch something or go to a bar or do this or that. So like, it drew a lot more. So a lot of people wanted to become it. And like you said, if money comes, money brings with it. It comes. Obviously, everybody wants to be a success. I think it's just about how you start. It's about the mindset you go into it. When you're starting it. If your mindset is, you want to go in there because you just want to make some money, and
probably failed.
it's yeah, it's gonna be, it's gonna take a while. But if you go in and you have the mindset that you want to make an impact, you want to change somebody's life, you maybe want to change the platform, or you want to be a voice for something, like for you, like you know the stop suicide, being a voice for that's awesome. like to be able to go into a community, build a community, and have that be a part of your community, and have that make an impact on people's lives. That's why I want to do it. Is I want to make an impact.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think people need to ask themselves that.
I mean, that's 100%. I mean, a lot of, and I think a lot of these guys, I think they get gassed up. You know what I mean? Like guys gas them up. Like guys will be, oh yeah, you should stream. You should stream. And I'm like, but are they really ready for what's gonna come? You're gassing people up. Like when people ask me if they should stream, I'm like, bro, look, I'm gonna be real with you. Do I think you should stream? No. Like because if you don't have time to dedicate to it and put out stuff on YouTube, put out stuff on Facebook, put out stuff across social media. If you don't have that time to be sitting here figuring out other stuff than playing a game, it's if you're not a god at the game or like ridiculously good at it, it's going to be tough. Like it's not going to be. It's not all rainbow and sunshine. You know what I mean? Like it's really not. It's
Ain't no sunshine and rainbows.
it is very stressful. It's very taxing on your mind and your body. Like I say, your body, even though we're sitting here, is taxing because you're sitting here. You sit here for hours. You sit here in your mind. If you're really putting into your content, your mind's constantly racing. What can I do next? What can I do to keep people engaged? What can I bring to the channel that's different than everybody else is doing? I think that is like the toughest things to come up with, and people give you sometimes you get false hope, like, oh, you can make it, and you got to realize like 1% of us make it, and that's the number. That number is wild. It's just like the NFL. 1% of you make it, and like I mean, can you have a good career and not become a partner? Yeah, that's always one of those things, and it's like I feel like I'm kind of prime for it. Prime example of it. Like I hold over 300 some subs. I'm not partnered. That to me is pretty good. But that's not going to happen to everybody pushing a live button. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. Like I have to go out and get you guys to come on the show. I have to make sure I have graphics right, sound right. I'm upload as soon as I get done with the show. I'm rendering the video, getting it set to go to YouTube. Like, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes when you become a content creator.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're not just gonna get it from Twitch. You're not your audience has to come from everywhere. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have to you have to reach out as far as you can reach. Like you have to go try to get sponsorships just to bring in extra income while you're doing it. And the thing is, a lot of people don't realize is as they do these things, is the money that you do make, it can't go out. Like it can't go to your pocket. Like if you really want to take it serious, it has to go back to your stream. It has to go back into the equipment. So your stream continues to get better. You start getting better quality, you get better cameras, you get better sound. And it may be like the whole first year of content creating that goes into getting your setup right. And that's where a lot of people don't get it. And like to be in a spot where you're getting enough money every month to even get a payout is tough. Like I mean, there's been months. There's months that I wasn't getting payouts. You know what I mean? And that's the hardest part is because you put so much time in, and then you get those months where like, oh, I'm not getting paid this month. You know what I mean? Because I mean, when it becomes your job, you do it 24. Like this is my job. This is what I go off of for money. So, but that's not what I'm all about. You know what I mean? Like if it happens, if somebody subs, I'm more about helping people and trying to, like you said, bring notice to suicide and do bigger things than just being paid. And that's the difference between somebody that's just coming on looking for a quick buck, but like I said, that quick buck is not easy to even get to. Like, you gotta have $100 just to get your first payout, and those months where you don't get a payout, that's where it becomes stressful, and your mind gets taxed, and feel things just like all up, and you gotta figure out how to let it like unball it so it doesn't become a distraction and just eat you alive because it can.
Oh, it can for sure. There'll be times where I'm streaming and people come in and or I'll see it constantly on Twitter. I'll see it. People are like, "Oh, I'm not getting views," or I'm not doing this," or "I'm not doing that." And I try to tell people that come into my stream, or if I even see them talking, in another stream, I'm just like, listen, you can't get discouraged about not having views. If you don't have the views, that what are you doing to get it? You got to go into chats, you got to talk, you got to chop it up with other streamers. And I'm not saying for you to do it, recommending that you do it for the sake of just trying to benefit off of it. Get to know, because there's a lot of good people that are out there. Look, the Manic community has definitely changed from when I was been in the Manic community. It's a lot more toxic. There's a lot more people on there that are on it for the wrong reasons. And a lot of those people that are on it for the wrong reasons are the ones that are having some success. And they got the subs, they got the partner, they're getting the money, they're doing this, they're doing that. And you got to figure out a way to be better than that. You can't worry about them. You have to worry about you. But don't go into chats and start mingling just to get something from somebody. There's a lot of good people that are still a part of this community. Guys like you, Raw's a good guy. Kep, Fendler's a good dude. Johnny Madden's a good dude. I'll just stop there because I don't want to not name anybody. But there's a lot of good people. I go and I watch a lot of streams, or at least I try to. And I try to always support as many people as I can. And half the people I support, they don't even come into my streams. You know what I mean? So but I don't care about that. I want to support everybody. And views will come. The views will come, subs will come, the growth will come. You just have to be patient. A lot of times, man, I tell everybody, it's about being consistent, inconsistent, always being on. It takes one raid from somebody, whether they got 100 people, 200 people, or 1,000 people, that there may be 20 people out of those 1,000, 20 or 30, that really enjoy you, like who you are as a person, what you stand for, and it may continue to have those 20 or 30 people coming around, which that 20 or 30 can then turn into 50 or 60, 80 or 90, and it could just grow and grow and grow. So, I always tell people, just don't be discouraged about it. You have a lot of people that are coming back to Madden because it's a new Madden. I'm hearing today that Madden's dying already, and stuff like that or whatever. Maybe they'll all go back to playing COD so that some of these, other people can have some growth. But, uh, that was a joke. But, it's people can't get, can't
I would love
can't get
that.
the,
I'm not gonna lie.
what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love it too, but you can't get discouraged. It's just like you got to find content. You got to find ways to grow. You got to find ways to
Gotta
do it
put the
and try
work
to
in, man. You gotta network it. Like I said,
have to.
you can't just push the live button and expect people to come. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
One of the best things I can give out is before you start streaming, go into the community, get to know people, build your repertoire there that people know who you are by being in the chat and having genuine conversation. Not like he said, don't go in looking for something back. Go build the relationships first and then start streaming. It is 10 times easier that way. Because if you do it without doing that and nobody knows who you are, you're probably gonna stream to zero for a while. And then that's when you have to adjust your brain and see if you can figure it out.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
it's not fun. It really is not fun when it comes down to it when you're at zero and you're putting like you could be putting out really decent content and streaming to zero. Like it's gonna be a mental game. It's like, and that's gonna be where you have to figure out is are you capable of enduring and adapting to the zero. And like I said, I've never been there because I put myself out there in the community. That's kind of what I did when I did it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it for long enough. That's the way I look at it all the time. I wish I would have done it a little bit longer than I did before I started streaming. Um, but I was lucky. I put myself out there, and luckily, I've never had to experience streaming to nobody. I don't ever want to experience streaming to nobody. 'Cause it just doesn't sound fun to me. But
Shoot, I remember when I started, I would stream it to myself. I would open up my stream on my phone to show that I had a viewer. This was back when you could stream through your Xbox and you had your chat. It came up on your TV or whatever because I was streaming on the TV and it would pop up right there. And
yeah,
I'd just pull up my stream on my phone and stream to myself, and I would do that, and you know, I would say I've had the ability of seeing both sides. Even currently now, it's not like, you know, I get a lot of views. I
yeah,
don't. I average maybe anywhere between, three to 10. Is what I average. And that's kind of how I started. And then I used to average anywhere from I was doing giveaways. Obviously, I would average anywhere from 40 to 60, just grinding solos during the week. And then on my giveaway shows, I was getting like anywhere from 200 to 300 people. And when you've got that and you've had that for a whole year, and yeah, I got Game Wisp subs 'cause I was with Game Wisp, and people would donate money. I tell people all the time, man, it's I made my share of mistakes, streaming before, and you learn from them. The biggest thing I miss is just having the people there to interact with. I love interacting with people. I love talking sports. I love people coming in, talking about their life. I love people coming in and just talking about a bunch of different stuff. That's what I miss. I miss just people hanging out, chopping it up inside the chat, and that was it. And it I was telling somebody the other day, I've got all these goals and all these ambitions I want for myself, for my stream, and the impact I want to make, and to not have the ability to do that based upon viewership and where the channel is, yeah, it gets discouraging at times. But you got to try to pick yourself up and push through and surround yourself by like-minded people. If you're streaming but you got three other friends that you're hanging out with that aren't, like if they're not in your streams helping you out or not motivating you, then you need to surround. I'm not saying don't be their friend, but you need to surround yourself around people that are like-minded like you, driven. They want to succeed. They want to grow. They want to do content creator. They want to do YouTube stuff like that. I'm like, hey, yo, man, did you get a video out today? No, you didn't get no gameplay. Yo, all right, Lou, let's fire up a friendly, record it, edit it, and and upload it to your channel. Like and help you get that content out. You want to be able to bounce off of one another. And if you don't do that, then you're going to get lazy, and you're not going to want to do it, and then you're going to think you're no good, because then at that point, not only are you struggling to figure out how to grow, but now you're also struggling because you're battling yourself. You're battling your own self-esteem. Should I be doing this? Am I doing this wrong? Should I just stop? Should I quit? Am I good enough? Do people like me? Do I suck? And then you start doing that, and it's not good. It's not healthy. And then you portray that to your stream. People feel that energy, and then it's not helping you. It's hurting you.
that's 100% freaking real right there. That's 100% real. That's what happened to me, man. That's what happened to me, and that's why our stream is where it's at right now. But I mean, it's still in a good spot. Like it still can come back. Um, but that is 100% what he said right there. You gotta decide how bad you want it, and if you want it bad enough. If it's just something that you're gonna do, then don't expect much from it. But if it's something you really want to do, then you got to put the work in for it to happen. Like that's what I said. A lot of people don't realize what goes on behind it, behind the scenes. Like if you're a content creator, like me, I was up. Like I'm up till 1, 2 o'clock every night. Might maybe even sometimes longer than that, and getting maybe graphics done for different shows, getting things set up for like today, getting things set up for um, videos ready for YouTube the next morning, getting them rendered and having them on YouTube, getting them loaded up, getting them set, uh, getting stuff going up on Spotify for the podcast. So those come out on time. Like it's crazy what goes into it when you become a content creator. Like it really is, because then you got to find time for your family, your kids if you have kids, and that's why like some people you'll say, oh well, we need this, we need that, and I'm like, well, I got family too, so like I'm not like some other people that don't, like, you know what I mean. Like there's content creators out here that don't have kids. They have all the time in the world. They could sit here and edit videos all day. They could sit here and put out mass amount of content, and those guys they do it, yeah, because they have all the time in the world for that. Me, on the other hand, like I would love to have an editor, but I don't. You know what I mean? And that's they cost, like it costs. So like when you're at the size of a person like myself, you have to get a look at what you're bringing in and what you need to pay your bills, whatever, before you can go, oh, I'm gonna pay $30 an edit. You know what I mean? Having a video edited, put together, because I mean, some editors are expensive, and rightfully so. They're editing, if they're good, it takes its time. Time goes into editing. Editing is not a very easy thing, as I'm finding out for myself, because I'm also learning that. I'm learning Photoshop, trying to learn how to build a thumbnail myself, so I don't have to go out and pay money. That I want to keep that in here. I want to be able to push it to my stream until, you know what I mean, like until like I get to the point where I'm big enough where I'm making enough money and then putting that money out to have somebody professionally do that stuff, and put like a crazy video together. It pays for itself. You know what I mean? But right,
Absolutely.
right now, where I'm at, you have to know the difference. Like right now, I'm at a spot where I'm paying bills. I'm not. It's not. It's not. It's not just making enough over. Just making enough. You know what I mean? Like now, it's over. It's over that limit now. So if it keeps climbing, then like I said, if I get to a better spot, then yeah, you can pay that person, put out a better video, which then will probably turn into a better an investment, because if that video hits on YouTube and you start making those things good, you start getting paid from YouTube. So then now you got another revenue coming in. So then now it's like, well, what's $30 to a video if it's paying for itself?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
You
with
know, you got
you,
to try to keep it going.
yeah. So now with you, what are the goals that you're looking for? What are you trying to do here with your content moving forward? Since now you're back on, there's no more Mixer. There's Facebook Gaming and YouTube. I mean,
Uh, I mean, my goal would be to, my goal is on Twitch. I wanna grow the Twitch channel. I wanna grow YouTube. I got a YouTube channel. I've uploaded a few videos on there as well. I myself am learning, the editing and stuff like that, the making the thumbnail. I've got an app on my phone that I use to make the thumbnails and everything like that, and I'm developing and trying to learn myself. Um, so I mean, my goal is, I would love to get and this is not even. Some people would say, "Oh, I want to get partnered." I'd love it to where I could get myself to where my stream I can get anywhere from like maybe 20 or 30 people. 20 or 30 people I'd be happy with, people that I can interact with, and I can start that as my foundation on making the impact in the community that I want to be in. I want to help people. I want to help people in many different ways. If you got problems and you need advice, I want to be there. But I want to help people grow. I want to work with people, and when I started this, content creating was not, and Twitch was not as oversaturated as it is right now. It's so hard to become a content creator, streamer, whatever you want to be. It's hard right now. And I feel that if you can find people that want it and you work with them and work with each other, I would love to be able to, if I can get to my point eventually in my streaming career, if I'm getting 100, 200, 300 people in there, I'd love to be able to help somebody and push them to where they want to be. I'm never going to like not do it because of the size of my channel, who I am. I'd love to just get to that point, where 20 or 30 people to start my foundation to do that, have my YouTube channel take off a little bit, and I'm not even, when I say take off, I mean like right now I'd be happy with at the end of the year if we ended with like 150 or 250 subscribers. I'd be happy with that. Because that means people are coming in, they're subbing to the channel, they're enjoying what's going on, and I can build off of that in the next year. So my goal for Madden 21 was to get back into it, build a community. I started getting back in Madden last year at the end because not a lot of people were playing it, so I felt like it would be a good opportunity for me to get in, get people to recognize me, get to know me, and then leading into the Madden 21 season, build somewhat of a small knit group, of people that would come in, and it's still building to that. And I try to stay active as much as I can in everybody's chats, everybody's, yours, Ross, Fendler's, Keps, Donnie Madden's, JG, Stony, like everybody, a whole bunch of people. I try to stay active in everybody's chats and support everybody because I want us all to succeed. I want us all to do well, even though some of those people I mentioned are doing fantastic. But it's I want everybody to grow. So that would be my goal, is just to get to a point where I could start put the first line of cinder blocks in when you're building the house. I can start the foundation. That's what I want. I've got a lot of visions. I got a lot of goals, and I would just like that.
You have any big things coming from yourself as a content creator? Do you have anything planned coming up?
Um, I'd like to, when it comes to the YouTube part of it, I want to start doing like some franchise videos. I was waiting for my Giants to start. So I might do like some franchise, record a little bit, some highlights, stuff like that. Do that. I'd like to do like some things with like draft champions, to keep people engaged. I don't rip packs, so I'm trying to figure out ways that I can, try to keep, and also manage my family too. Having 4 kids, 3 dogs, I got to try to, and I'm working a full time job, and my hours are weird. It's 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. at night, so I have to try to figure out days where, I can manage it all. Those are the things that I want to do. I got, ideas for like franchise. I got some things going, that I have some ideas about draft champions. Um, Maybe like some challenges that involve eggs or pies to the face or head, some things like that. To make things make things funny. I want to kind of get my kids involved too. I really do. My son Icky, he's 9. I got my son Landon, he's 8, and they've got took over my wife's old YouTube channel. He's got almost 100 subscribers on there. He's recording videos on his phone and making a thumbnail, and he loves it. He loves it. He wants to be it. He's driven by it. So maybe getting him involved, maybe do like some Fortnite stuff with him. Can Rob and his son get a win or something like that, or things like that. Like involve them. And let people see. It's weird because you got to let people. I got to try to show people the different side. People are used to. They see me, they think giveaways. I got to try to get them used to something else. That's not me giving away cards.
Yeah.
I got to get them used to me playing the game, doing different things. So that's a challenge. So I'm excited for the challenge to try to succeed in that.
All right. So now we came to that segment where I like to see if the chat has anything for you. So chat, if you guys have any questions for Rob, put them in the chat and we will get them answered. If not, then we're gonna let Rob get out of here. But we're gonna give the chat time to respond because there is a delay if they're on mobile. And it is Monday night, so Monday night Madden drops. A lot going on right now, so
Giants are winning So that's the important thing.
Are you a taken man?
Um, yes, I am a taken man. By a beautiful, beautiful woman. Who I've been with now for 11 years.
Jeez.
And 11 years, 4 kids, been married for 6 years.
Telling me and
And
my
it's
wife.
funny. And it's funny, she goes by Supermom Heroics. It's totally funny, that she goes by that name. What a coincidence. But right now she's a little bit of a gimp. She's got a bum shoulder, unfortunately. But she's still a sexy son of a gun, so
No,
yes. To
I've
answer
been
your
what?
question,
We've
man.
been married. We've been together 12 years. Married, I believe, 6 years. And
Okay.
we have 4 kids. One of our kids passed away. So we had 4 kids. So it's the same, almost same as you guys. It's kind of weird. When you guys get married? That.
Uh, what? We got married in March.
Okay, we're good. 'Cause we actually share. No, one of my good friends. We share the same day. Got married the same exact day.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't even know it because
Wow.
we met them through another one of my friends. We met them through, and then they're like, when did you guys get married? And we told them when we got married. And they're like, "Are you serious?" They got married the same day. It was so weird. Like it's like so like
That's crazy.
so what we used to do is we used to before like COVID came in, we used to actually go out with them every year. We would go out with them every year and go do something since our anniversaries were on the same day.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right,
That is
chat. You
crazy.
guys
I
got
will say,
go ahead. I'll cut you off.
I would say to anybody in the chat, when it comes to marriage, everybody's gonna go through some rough times. I know me and my wife did a couple years ago, and
100%.
you're gonna go through rough times, and it's gonna happen, right? I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in it because I always look at it from this perspective. I think that if there's an issue or a divorce is among, it's because somebody in that relationship doesn't want to change. And I think if one person can change in that relationship, then I think everybody can. And I think with my wife and I, with our marriage, and others too, but with ours, I definitely think it was a prime example of that. So never give up. Always stay true. And if you love your wife, don't forget that. Or you love your husband, don't forget it. Fight for what you love because it's worth it. I'll say.
Help me! Help
Step to divorce is
me!
marriage.
Nigga! Help me!
Here we go. What, Raw? You object with that? Do you object with my comment,
Are you done?
Raw Diggity?
Are you done?
Raw diggity.
But no, man. I wanted to say thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
I
for
really
sure, dude.
appreciate it. It was a pleasure to be a part of this, and Lisa, let people get to know me and us get to know each other a little bit more too, and stuff like that. So I really appreciated it. It really meant a lot
Yeah,
for you to have
100%,
me
dude.
on. I appreciate it.
So, guys, the next show for Let's Get Sticky is going to be Friday. I appreciate it. The next show will be Friday night now, guys. We are working our way to pushing all shows, all Let's Get Stickies to Friday night. Because of the other new shows that are coming in place. So Wednesday night it'll be with JG603. We are hosting another fantasy show called Fantasy. It'll be God, bleh. Yeah, that show. It'll be
That one.
it'll be Get Sticky Fantasy Breakdown recap. So it'll be a recap of all the games this week with a little take on Thursday night's game, who you might want to play. And then we also have a new show coming on Monday nights that just doesn't have a name yet to it, but it's going to be pretty cool because it's going to have a broad range of things that we're going to talk about, like video games, movies, the world, politics free. We're not going to get in politics on it. So anyone wants to go to politics, probably get timed out. But it's just going to be something just to break up the games. You know what I mean? It'll break up the games, break up the different things. Appreciate the sub, brother. So they got that's coming once we get that, but the 2 fantasy shows that will be out will be, so we'll have the fantasy recap on Wednesdays, and then Fridays let's get sticky. Sundays we will have the fantasy breakdown for you guys to get your line set up and all that good stuff. So check that out. And so guys, I appreciate you guys stopping in. This video will be up tomorrow morning, probably around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So make sure you guys, if you have missed it, check it out there. It'll also be going up on Spotify, so you'll be able to listen to it if you can't watch it. All his links will be on Spotify. All his links will be on YouTube. Make sure you guys smack him. Go give him a follow. Check him out.
Can you use a good ass kick and smack me, please?
Go give him a check. You see what you deal with. Go give him a good check and turn notification bell on. If you don't like him, don't watch him. Simple as that. But at least give him a shot. So, guys, till next time, we'll see you Friday with Texas Rafe. You're out. Peace.